Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PSGL F8 for round number 11 here of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We are reaching the end, or towards the end of the season, where obviously the champions are made, the constructors are decided. Well, in this championship I would say the constructors are decided, but the drivers' championship is all to play for. I will go through it after everyone's done their laps, as everyone's just sitting in their first banker laps at the moment. Snookster currently in provisional pole with a 1 minute 25.4, which is actually a very good lap from the racing point. There are only 15 drivers tonight, and I do actually need to apologise beforehand for not commentating last week for whatever track it was. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember what track it was, but yeah, I do apologise. I think everyone's on a lap, actually. That Ferrari there. Sondre's not on a lap. If the game volume is a bit loud, I'm going to double check now. No, actually that's alright. My microphone's actually quite clear. Yeah, everyone's on the laps in the everyone's on an in lap for the moment, and I will go through the standings very shortly. Let me get him up. F8 standings. I don't have them up straight away, unfortunately. So yeah, Callum Anderson, or Callum as everyone knows, is winning the championship on 91 points. 3 Gloves in second, who was leading the championship for quite a while, but for the past 4 rounds has been outscored by Callum in all the races. 3 Gloves is 1 point behind on 90. Then you've got Sam, who got second place last week, gained on the 2 in front. He's on 80 points, so the top 3 separated by 11 points. They're the 3 main championship contenders. Then I'd say Bando Biz and Tom AJ have a very, very, very outside chance. Bando Biz sitting on 63 points, Tom AJ on 59. Then you've got Captain Chubbs, 54, Volakongan 46, Langfell 46, Volakongan 43. Then a big gap to Frederick on 22, Moriowet 22, Zexa 18, Uberto Mancini 14, Wiserman 9, Willows 8, Snookster 7, Verhaenen 6, Nidal 5, Bestbob 3, Wilts G 2, and the rest have not scored. Now with the constructors, as everyone's coming out for their outlaps, Renault are leading the way with 171 points. I do not know if they can win the championship this time around. I should really have done my research. Bottle Haug or Drunk Haug? Okay, I'll go with Bottle Haug potentially. I'll think about it. But yeah, Renault won 171 points. You can get 26 from each, so 28 from each. Sorry, or 29 actually. 29, 58, 87. No? No, they cannot wrap up the championship. No, constructors cannot be wrapped up this time around. See you in a bit, Jared. Right, as everyone's starting their laps, I got a bit distracted then, obviously. Yeah, right now on 171 points. They cannot win the constructors this time around. They'll probably win it next week. With the way they're going, really, really rich run of form at the moment. McLaren in second with 122, and Williams on 117. So them 2 teams are fighting for second. Let's have a look over who's closest on the lap. Frederick. No, Captain Chubbs is already up by quite a bit. Fury Lando is quite close to the line. Morio Wet isn't validated, so we'll go with Lando. Yeah, then it is Mercedes on 68 and Haas on 66. Them two teams fighting for P4. Then you have got Ferrari on 35, Alfa Romeo on 30. They are fighting for 6th. Then you have AlphaTauri on 18, Red Bull on 11, and Racing Point on 7. As we have a Red Bull that has gone for a little bit of a spin around the penultimate corner, went a tad wide and into the gravel trap. Now you've got Captain Chubbs, who's up by a second, a whole second. So he's on for pole. He's on for about a 25.1. As he comes around the final corner, the Haas driver, a little bit underwhelming in recent weeks. So we'll see what he can do. With pole position, oh wow, 24.9. That is a banging lap, I will admit. Then now you have got Sondre or Bottlehaug coming round the final corner. We'll see what the Ferrari can do. 3rd at the moment, pits. Then you have got a McLaren. Tom AJ pits. Then you've got Langfeld to the line. He's not pitting. Will this be an improvement? Yes, it will. It's P5 for the Mercedes. You now have got the Renault of Sam, who has invalidated, not what he wants. They've got Callum, who's up by 2, just a little more than 2.5 attempts. It's nowhere near matching Captain Chubbs, who seems to be blowing everyone away. And could be a little bit of a twist for the championship with him not really being in the equation. He is sat 37 points behind. He's not really going to get there. What can Callum do coming up to the line? It's 3rd, but he's 6 tenths short. Captain Chubbs was a really impressive lap time. AlphaTauri, Nadal to the line, 25.6. So the green's really close, apart from Captain Chubbs, who seems to have walked the field. Then you've got Williams, 3 gloves, who is 2nd in the championship, 1 point behind, up by only 4 tenths. If he's only up by 4 tenths, he's looking for 11th here, which I do doubt, but we'll see anyway as he's coming up to the line. The championship leader, 11th, yeah, he's 2 seconds off the pace. What is going on there? Two seconds off the pace. Got Mercedes and Langfeld, I think. Yep, coming round. He's not on a lap. Yeah, everyone's now just on out laps. So we'll just have to wait now and see. Yeah, Callum's coming back to the pits. Dar's coming back to the pits. Not a very difficult track. I would say there's nothing that's really going to catch you out. They used to be at the right-left, just after Sector 1. The curb on the exit there used to really ping people and make them kind of like launch and send them into a spin. It's not that bad, this game. With the right setup, you can probably avoid it. Is Seagulls going for a second run? No. But yeah, you can probably avoid it if you've got the right setup. Yeah, now we've got Wiseman coming through, or coming up to the final corner. It's not going to be a very good lap, I'll say that. Compared to everyone else, it's not going to be very good. Wiseman to the line. It's 27.8. Not very good, not very good. Moria Wet now coming up to the penultimate corner. Actually, we'll check the tyres. Yeah, everyone's basically on the soft, obviously. But yeah, Moria Wet coming up to the line in the Alfa Romeo. It's a 25.6, right in the mixer. Puts him in P6. Now you've got a McLaren. Bando Biz, who's pitting. And everyone's going to be starting their final runs very soon. Some drivers have already gone out, actually, for runs. Yeah, and now it's just a waiting game. Captain Chubbs has actually started his final lap, I think. I don't know if he'll get back in time. No, he probably won't. So this will be his final lap unless he aborts. Currently it's at P1 at the moment with an absolute stonking lap time, I have to admit. And he is down in the first sector only by half a tenth though. Easily recoverable. Short shifting out of the slow speed corners, which is what you've got to do nowadays. Coming up now to the triple left-hander, very difficult on the front left tyre. He actually does miss the apex. You don't really want to clip it though, it's quite a very tight corner actually. Coming down this little back straight, you're going to see very little overtakes. Even with DRS, it is a tiny straight, one of the tiniest ones that have DRS with them. Coming up the hill now, the fast left and right, if you clip the inside curve, you will probably spin. And he's actually up by a tenth. Oh my, this man is absolutely flying. Down the back straight now, this could be a 24.7. Coming around the final corner, Captain Chubbs, will this be a 24.7? Will he blow everyone out of the park? He pits. Now I do not see the point in that. I do not see the point in pitting. Because he was on for a 24/7. As I think Tom AJJ just starting his final lap. He's on for a 24.7. He's practically got pole already. I don't see anyone improving by half a second and getting pole position. I'm not trying to put these drivers down that are against Captain Chubbs, but Captain Chubbs just looks one step ahead of the entire field, to be honest. But hey-ho, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. Tom AJ going through the triple left-hander. He's the other one on the lap at the moment in the middle sector. His teammate better not be giving him a tow, because that's slightly illegal. He did not give him the tow, so we're all good there. Coming up now through the fast left and right. And I couldn't see whether it was up or not, I weren't exactly looking. Now through the final corner, Tom AJ is not going to get another lap in, so we'll see what the McLaren can do. It is going to be... It's going to be nothing. I don't know who else is on a lap. Fury Lando, Lando Beers. Is there anyone close who's on a lap? No, I think Fury Lando, who is up by 9 tenths, which is going to put him up a place at the moment. Unless he can push a little bit harder and find a couple more tenths in this final sector, which is practically 2 corners. So you're not going to find that much time, but we'll see what the Red Bull can do. Can he get himself into the top 10 potentially? Fury Lando to the line. It is 9th. Not bad. You have got Captain Chubbs, who's just started a lap again. The Renault of Sam, who's gone second with a 25.3. He needs to be starting around the top. 25.3, easily beatable by a lot of people though. Everyone is in that middle sector, as you can see on the track map. Snookster is not up on his time at the moment, as he heads down to the penultimate corner. We'll see what he can do. Can he get ahead of Sam? It would be important for the championship. It would be a nice spice if he does. He doesn't. He improves ever so slightly, but does not go anywhere. Now there's an absolute mad ton of cars coming now. Lando Biz is up by 2 seconds, so he's going to be looking around that top 5 territory. What can the McLaren do? It's a 25.3 and it puts him in P2. Now, 3 gloves is going to be able to keep up with. I don't know where he's gone, I think he invalidated. Frederick 11th. Nadal 4th, impressive from him. I think Langfell's gone 8th. Sondre's gone 2nd with a 25.3. And Callum has invalidated, or he's actually improved, but not enough. And he's down in 7th, the championship leader. You've got Captain Chubbs to the line, invalidated, but he's got Paul anyway. And Wiseman, who hasn't got a front wing. That is one hectic ending to qualifying. And championship leaders all struggling. Second place in the championship, starting P14. Leading, the man leading the championship, Callum Anderson. What's going on here? There we go. In 7th, which is not great. And the man sitting 3rd in the championship, Sam, is in 4th. So, poor from all 3 of them. From Sam's perspective, though, this is a perfect opportunity. This is a perfect opportunity to gain points on the rest, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, Captain Chubbs on pole with Bottlehound in 2nd. He's doing very well for a bottler, apparently. Then we have got Bando Beers in 3rd, Sam in 4th, Nadal 5th, Snookster 6th, Callum 7th, Moriwet 8th, Langfell 9th, and Fury Lando in 10th. Frederick at 11th, Huberto Mancini 12th, Tom AJ 13th, Three Gloves 14th, and Wiserman P15, and back of the grid. So quite a interesting qualifying session, I would have to say. A lot of action. I'm just going to wait for the race. Obviously, the formation lap. I heavily doubt it will rain. The odds of I've only ever seen it rain once, I think, at Bahrain, and that was the odds of that are impeccable. I'm just going to wait. This is kind of the lull before storm. Bit of a, not the longest one into turn 1. I do anticipate someone to spin off at turn 2 and turn 3, the little kink. Because it is quite harsh on the traction zone. Especially on the first lap. Pretty cold tyres. It is going to be harsh. Yeah, into turn 1 potentially. A lot of people like to dive it down the inside, even though it gives you a pretty poor exit. That is just going to happen like that. As we get ready for the start of the formation lap. I don't really know what the strategy is as we get underway. I imagine the top 10 stopped on the medium and the hard. Oh, mix. So obviously top 10 all on the soft. Everyone qualified on the soft tyre. Wiserman hard. Three Gloves soft. Tom AJ soft. Huberto Mancini soft. Frederick hard. I do believe it's soft hard strategy potentially, or soft medium medium. I know the tyres do not like lasting around this circuit. They seemingly just die pretty quickly. So yeah, it'll be interesting for the strategy. Of course, safety car, probably quite like high chance of it coming out. Yeah, this is just a formation lap. Everyone's going around warming the tyres up. On the hards, Frederick and Wiserman, it can be difficult. The hards are incredibly cold. So, yeah, I don't know how they're really going to be able to do this. Okay, Captain Chubbs, very impressive qualifying. Can he turn it into his third win of the season? With the way the grid is formed up, if it was to finish like this, he could put himself back in that little championship fight. Yes, he's 32 points, I think, behind, or more. But he is... he would gain quite a fair bit on the leaders. And yeah, as we get round the final corner to start the Grand Prix. Your tyres do not degrade if you obviously line up beforehand. That's not exactly realistic. They don't want to give the people, if someone's messing around the back and taking forever to line up, I do really understand. As we are lining up now for the start of the Grand Prix. There's the predicted strategy. We don't care about that for now. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the start of the Grand Prix, and Sondre has gone and jump-started. So into turn 1, Sondre's going to get out ahead, followed then by Sam down the inside of everyone into turn 2, into turn 1. Sorry, it's 3 wide between the lot of them. There is contact going on all over the place. So 3 wide at the back. There's an AlphaTauri spinning and Adele in the background, losing a whole bunch of positions. Got up now into turn 3, or turn 4, sorry. Captain Chubb stays ahead of Bando Biz, Sam in just behind. You've got Fury Lando's had a hell of a start, ahead of Snookster as well now, up into P5. Callum has fallen a position, not great for the championship leader. Second in the championship has fallen to 6th, last, sorry. So it's an awful start from everyone involved. Langfell now down the inside of Callum into the... Oh! Langfell's down the inside of everyone. Callum's at the back of him. Callum is falling down the grid, not the start he wants. Who is the biggest gainers? I know Nadal had a bit of an incident. Fury Lando, absolutely fantastic start. Nadal dropped 5 positions. But yeah, Sondre, or Bottlehog, his name has come back to bite him, has to pit. No, has to serve his drive-through penalty, which is definitely going to put him in last. He doesn't have to serve it straight away. He has got 3 laps to serve it. So he doesn't have to, he hasn't done it this lap, he doesn't have to do it next lap. But if he doesn't, he will have to do it the following lap. The timing screens, thank you for glitching out on us. I do see though that there is something going on here in the background. Around here actually, with Callum and that lot, but it's really glitching out on me. Oh, there's been a collision! I think. I'm not sure. The timing screen's so badly glitched I can't tell where everyone is. It still hasn't corrected itself. It's trying to figure out where it is. There we are. I think there was a collision slightly between Langfell and Moriarette. I'm not sure, but Callum's gained on both of them. I don't really know what happened. I saw there was a little bit of contact. But nothing much. That's a big corner cut from Langfell there. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of my drink. But yeah, I don't think there's any harm exactly done. I think we all have their front wings intact. As we now look back up to the lead, will Zexa, or ZE3, will he pit at the end of this lap? There is a yellow flag in sector 2, and Weiserman has had an off. It looks like a piece of his front wing may be missing with that turning. It is, he's missing his end plate on the left. But now lap 2, and Sondre's not pitting. Captain Chubbs right in behind the Ferrari, pulls to the right. Will he go down the inside? No. He actually stays behind, which isn't what he wants to do. Callum now down the inside of Snookster into turn 1. He's up to P6. His recovery race is coming now. He's recovering from his lost positions at the start and a really poor qualifying. And now Captain Chubbs eventually passes Sondre into turn 4 for P1. Sondre has to box this lap, or well, serve his drive-through penalty this lap, so he will fall to P14, and it won't count as a pit stop. So his race might be over unless there's a safety car. Something's going on in the background, I think. Sam is in 4th, but what will be 3rd. He does gain on all of his championship rivals, which will be what it wants, and it will take it quite close. It will take the championship closer heading into the final 3 rounds. Yes, Andre has to serve his drive through this lap. No buts given. Otherwise he is disqualified from the race. He has used all the laps that he could. And there he goes, pulling off into the pit lane for his drive-through penalty. It's not very often that you see people jump start, but it happens. And unfortunately it happened to the Ferrari. Fury Lando and Callum going at it into turn 2 and turn 3. Good battling side by side. I think Callum has got the DRS on the 2. No, none of them have it actually. So now it's just a drag race into turn 4. Callum has the inside line. There's a bit of contact between the two of them. Oh, Fury Lando's gone off the track. He comes back. I don't know if he has to give the position back. I don't know. I don't think so. There's a bit of contact between the pair of them. Fury Lando drops to P6. Callum up into P4. Fury Lando, furious. I'm sorry for the pun, but it just came at me. Trying to go down inside the Snookster. And now Langfell. Oof. Fury Lando cutting right across Langfell. And that could have been an aeroplane accident there. Can Snoops to stay with Callum. Callum's gone up to P4. His recovery race is going pretty well. There's massive gaps building here. The gap between Callum and Sam, 2.8 seconds. Sam to Bando Biz, 2.2. Bando Biz to Captain Chubbs, 1.4. It's like real life, this. Massive gaps. Then you've got the midfield fight for P4. It is rather realistic as we do start lap 5 of this Grand Prix. Snooks is struggling. Snooks to pits. He looked like he was struggling. Fury Lando might just about stay within the DRS range of Callum. No, he is actually out of it. Actually, he's got Langfeld to his left. Around the outside of turn 1, he does try the Mercedes. He's got a good run. Very good run. I think Fury Lando's going to get left on his feet, and he is. And that's a very good move from the Mercedes. He's up into P5. Fury Lando, though, right down the inside, has actually got the move. Very, very good move. Actually, Langfell's got the switch back, and Langfell's back up to P5 this time. Will Fury Lando send it into this braking zone down here? Langfeld covers it very, very well. Yeah, this is a massive train from Langfeld down to Huberto Mancini. Callum has been able to get himself away. So the battle for the lead and the battle for the top 4 is going to be boring. Very realistic, to be honest. The battle between the rest of the grid, however, is going to be interesting. As Fury Lando will have to obviously wait until the straight. He's also got Nadal who's eyeing up Moriarty, I just saw in the background there. You've also got Tom AJ and Frederick and Huberto Mancini, who are on different tyres, who might start to come into play here. Now Fury Lando, who has got a lot more ERS and he's not using it. For some reason, Nadal is all over the back of the Alfa Romeo. Pulls to the left. There's a bit of contact actually as Moriarty moves to the right. They go side by side. They're still side by side. There's a little bit of contact. One's onto the gravel. They're pushing and shoving on each other. They're still side by side. Nadal has got the position. Nadal's done the same as what Moriarty did before. A bit argy-bargy and a bit this, you know, if they're pushing each other to the limits, but this could end badly with the way they're driving. I'm not saying it's the worst, but if it went wrong, it would go wrong big. As Moriarty has absolutely made an absolute horror story out of that triple left-hander. Now it's Tom AJ to deal with. Tom AJ on a set of mediums might be able to do this, you know. It'd be very important if he does. Moriwet goes a little bit deep, stuck on that curb. Tom AJ now with a switch back up the hill on the left-hander, and he's got past. Up into PA. Oh, and he's spun. Oh, no, he hasn't. Good save. As Frederick actually gets past on the hard tyre. Very good save from the McLaren. I thought he had lost it. He didn't look like it. I guess he slammed on the brakes, which stopped his momentum. Oh, and Frederick with just a rear end push. For Moria, how he got damage, I do not know. But here comes Frederick. And here comes Nadal as well. We'll look at this one. It's between two guys on the soft, and they are actually fighting. Fury Lando, pardon me, defends into turn 1. But Nadal gets a really good exit. Will they go for it into turn 4? No. He does not. And the battle for the front 4 is absolutely boring. The gaps are just increasing between the pair of them. Or between the 4 of them. So, yeah, we're not going to really see anything from the front. What is important is 3 gloves. Second in the championship is really struggling. It's Tom AJ and Moriwet now is just dropping down the grid. He needs to pit, I think. His tyres are gone. As that Mancini's now having a look at Moriwet. I think he's actually going to get the move. He might get the move. Oh, going side by side up the hill. Never really going to work. Roberto Mancini's cheekily got a massive advantage out of that. As it actually goes side by side into the final corner. Not every day you usually see this. Moriwet just lets him go. Massive corner cut there from Mancini. And as you see, a couple of cars pit. Never mind. One of the drivers actually faked one into the pits, but there's a lot of drivers pitting. Callum is one of them. On to Seb Hards, who has been held. So that is not going to please him. We've got some massive gaps, and Callum is trying to undercut his teammate. They are fighting for the championship. These are Sam's words, not mine. The constructors are wrapped up, he thinks, for Renault, which he does kind of look like that. He's now just going for the Drivers' Championship. So the Renaults are not going to help each other. So it should be spicy for us spectators to watch. Callum did get held in the pits though, which isn't going to help him. I will expect that the leaders are going to pit this lap, the front 4. I don't see a reason to stay out particularly. Callum and Nadal are going for the 1-stop. Moriwet is on the medium, so a 2-stop. The hards will struggle at this point to go to the end, so it's risky on strategy, but we'll see what Captain Chubbs does. Captain Chubbs is going into the pits. Spano Biz is following suit. Sam is also following suit, and Langfell is also following suit. All 4 in the pit lane. So Frederick will take the lead. On a set of hards. Oh, Batman Biz held. Let's see where Callum comes out. I don't think he's anywhere near them. I've got Snookster because he is on a set of mediums. He's going to come out right with Sam, and I think he's got him. Oh, bit of contact. This is really gonna get Sam a little bit wound up there. He's not gonna like the fact that Snookster's just come in and spoiled his party. He's now gonna get stuck behind him, which might bring Callum into the equation. But you never know. I imagine Snookster will get away from Sam rather quickly. We've got this battle now between Frederick, Tom AJ and Roberto Mancini for, well, what is P1 for now. The only way I see them actually getting P1 is if there's a safety car that comes just at the right time. Which, you never know. There is always a possibility. It can happen. Well, what's happened here actually? Fury Lando's past Callum. Fury Lando's pitted for a set of soft compound tyres. He's just going for it. He is gunning it. It's the Elfing set of 2. So Wiseman has gone off again at the left-hander. Nadal picks up a 3-second time penalty. 3 gloves pits. Wiseman in the walls again. Yeah, 3 gloves into the pits. Will come out on a set of... Oh, he's actually lost his front wing somewhere. That is interesting. Championship leader now is going to end up being down in P14. He's going to come out in P14, which is not what he wanted at all. Let's go back to Tom AJ, who's looking all over the back of Frederick now. Frederick is on them hards. But I guess they're not doing too great for him. Otherwise he probably would have pulled away a little bit more by now. But this is the main juicy battle. For now, but we'll just have to wait and see if anything else happens. You've also got Sam all over the back of Snoopster. That is something to look out for. Tom AJ almost hitting the back of the Mercedes into the farmer corner as we start. Only lap 11 of 29. And Tom AJ pulling to the right. I don't think Frederick's even going to fight this. He's not. And into turn 1, he's already passed. Oh, Frederick braking a little bit late though. I don't think he's going to give this up yet. But he's not getting the move done. You've got Sam now who's pulling to the left. We're going with Lando who's gone for a double overtake into turn 1. There's no room there. Got a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. Sam is still looking up the inside of Snook, so doesn't get it. Fury Lando now looking for Sam. Sam's looking for Snookster. Fury Lando with all the grip. These two are fighting beforehand and they're fighting again. Actually, I think it was Fury Lando and Callum. Last time these two are still side by side in the middle sector. You don't see this all too often. Who's going to break into the triple left-hander? I imagine it will be Sam. And it is. And what this has done is it's brought Callum right into the equation. Oh, that's a nice engine rev glitch, that. But yeah, it's brought Callum right into the equation, which is what Callum needed. Sam, though, will not want that. As long as he stays ahead of Callum, I don't think he'll mind, because he'll close up in the championship. And with 3 gloves being out of contention, it is between the 2 Renaults here. For the championship, I would say. But you never know, there are 3 rounds after this. So, is anything going to happen here? I do doubt it. They are quite spaced out. Yeah, unless Fury Lando is about to go for the most outrageous dive bomb I've ever seen. Which, thankfully, he didn't go for the most outrageous dive bomb we've all ever seen. Having a look, though. Having a look. Not able to get anything done though. He's only a tenth behind. Sam is struggling to keep up with these two. Fury Lando looking all over the back of the rear end of Snookster. Oh, a little bit of half spin there. He's locked his rears up. He did lock his rears up. Which definitely isn't what he wanted to do. Oh, that engine was a bit... not a fan of that engine noise there, but yeah, Fury Lando still closing in. This is still probably the best battle to look at. Soft versus mediums. Softs will start to run out soon, I will say that. Yeah, Fury Lando's going to try again on Snookster, I think. Yep, I do see a move being eyed up here by the Red Bull. Pulls to the left, tries it around the outside of the racing point. I think he's got the move done. Oh, bit of contact, but Snooks has got back ahead. And Snooks has got the DRS, so none of them have. Lando, back down the inside of the racing point, trying it around the outside once again. Then now side by side coming through the fast left and right, maybe not. Snooks that gets back past and he's up into P6 again. Lando with a really good run, however, around the outside. He's going to try it this time. Will he get the grip? Then softs a little bit worn. Oh, a little bit wheel banging. And Snooks just stays ahead. These two get a little bit touch and go, I will admit. Sam, oh, what is going on there? A lot of rear end touching there. That sounded a little bit mad. What is going on here? Illegal overtakes. What is going on here with the driving? I don't even know what to go on board with. Coming into the final sector now, Lando's going to be struggling on them softs. As Tom AJ and Huberto Mancini pit for a set of hards, yeah. Now Lando going for it again on Snookster into turn 1. Snooks is going to fight it. Lando leaves him a hell of a lot of room. And they're going side by side up the hill again. They'll go on board with Sam, who's got a perfect angle of this fight. Fury Lando not able to get the move as Snookster actually got the DRS on the Red Bull. Now will Fury Lando go for it into this section where he got Snookster last time, or tried to anyway. Snookster makes a hash of it. Oh, Fury Lando coming down the inside. Snookster got a 3-second time penalty for his troubles yet again. Oh, sorry, it was actually Lando last time. Oh, Sam's outbroke himself. And has allowed Callum right through. The two championship rivals are going at it. Sam's made a mistake. And actually stays ahead of Callum. But Sam cannot afford to make the mistakes as Langfell has actually joined in, who's actually, well, I'll say he's not that far from the championship. He's still in the championship contention, technically, but yeah, an uncalled for error from Sam. I don't think that was exactly the best thing he could have done at that exact moment. And Lando, again, going for the move into turn 1. He actually switches. He could have lost the back end there with a dramatic switch to the right, then to the left. Lando trying it around the outside again. We'll have the DRS into turn 4. He's not so far behind. I will go on board with Sam again. Lando pulling to the left. There's a bit of contact going into the corner. They're still side by side this time. Will they keep it side by side for the fast left and right? There's contact. They're still going side by side though. Very fair play to the two of them. Sam now going down the inside, maybe not. He has thought better about it. Everyone else is joining in on this battle now because these two are non-stop fighting. Snookster has actually got the position again. Sam has judged his breaking point this time. A little bit of a smooch again from Fury Lando though. And Nadal and Moriarty have actually joined in on this battle as well because these two are going so slow, it's allowing everyone to join in. And one person this is helping out is Frederick, who is like 14 seconds ahead of all this. And bear in mind, he's going to pit for a set medium, so it's going to be quicker than all these. There's actually, oh, Sam's made another mistake. Into the final corner, he must have misjudged it again, and he's now dropped to P8. Sam with another mistake, and now that might cost him for the championship. Lando down inside of Snookster for about the 15th time this race. And he will have actually got the DRS on Snookster this time. Can he keep the move? Can he keep the position? Snooks is not fighting it this time, but Fury Lando's on very worn softs. As Sam's actually dropped to P9, I don't know what's going on here. As Langfell and Nadal, big contact between the pair of them. What's happening with Sam? He's falling, he's going the wrong way through the grid. He's falling, he's going backwards, not forwards. Not what he wants, definitely not what he wants. As yeah, Mario Wet and Tom AJ is joining in, and Huberto Mancini are about to catch up as well. On this very, very, very long train. Oh, Snooks Lando, these two have been going at it for absolute laps, and it's been excellent to watch. Nerve-wracking at some times. And Snooks is all over the back of him. He's actually going to go for it into the final corner. We'll go on board with Callum this time, not Sam. Callum. Fury Lando defends into the final corner. That could have been the worst mistake he's probably made, Fury Lando there. And now Callum might be licking his lips. As if Fury Lando's actually just said, nah, I'm not even going to try this. Callum has made the most out of this. And he's going to get past Snooks there. I think Snooks is not even going to fight it. Into turn one. Callum has the position. Snooks with a really good run out of turn one. And I think Callum's got it. Oh, a bit of a rear end tap there from Snookster. Is it Sam Moriawet? They're going side by side now. I think Sam's lost another position. Oh, they've kept it side by side. Fair play to him, but Moriawet, oh, into P8. Sam's just falling backwards. I got this kerfuffle still going on. I can Mario Wet catch up to this, which will allow Tom AJ and Huberto Mancini just to join in. With the way this is going, three gloves might actually catch up, which is unbelievable. Ooh, pardon me. Snookster now is actually starting to struggle quite badly. Quite badly as Frederick comes into the pits for his mediums, and now the positive about this is he's actually not going to come out that far behind this train, as we have got Nadal being passed by Langfell into turn one. And Callum's actually got away and he's got P3, which I think he'll be quite happy with. Yeah, this train's still going on. Tom AJ, Huberto Mancini, Frederick, 4 seconds down the road. Well, 4 seconds back up the road. I don't think sliding his rear end is exactly the quickest way to catch up to the field. Now it's a very long train until someone goes for a move. I will be down into turn one. That's where all the positions are done. Mario Wet will not be able to go to the end. Not 19 laps on a set of mediums. That, unfortunately, I would say is pretty impossible. Not exactly greatest for Mario Wet, who will probably have to pit. And nothing's going to happen on this occasion between anyone. Sam's actually looking a bit close behind Mario Wet. Cannot go for it. Nothing's going on now. Now just gotta wait again, gotta wait. who will try and strike first. So everyone seems to be a bit tentative here. Can we have like some argy-bargy stuff? Lando and Snookster style. Would not mind seeing that. I would not mind seeing that at all, to be honest. Anyone going to go for it? Nadal's having a look. Nadal's having a look. Sam's having a look. Sam is going to go for the move into turn 1 on Moriawet. Moriawet's going to get the traction. He keeps the position. Will he go for it into turn 4? Oh, hello. Tom AJ, I haven't even noticed I was on board with Sam. And Sam dropping to P8 again. He's still falling down the grid. This could not really go any worse, to be honest. Who will go for it next? Sondre, I would say, is catching up. Not the quickest in the world, but he is catching. Tom AJ is looking quite feisty, I would say. Moriawet looks like he's pitting. He is. And you've got Nadal, who is not catching. Not catching Langfeld. Sam having a look at Tom AJ, trying to get the position back potentially. Oh! Sam has got so lucky sometimes with rear-ending people. We've actually got Frederick on Sondre, and that is going to be an easy move. Sondre not had a good race in the points, to be fair, after the jump start. But yeah, the jump start kind of ruined him, which is a little bit unfortunate, I would have to say. Oh well, no, did I see someone go off? It was Tom AJ. And there's been a collision here between Sam and someone else. I was just looking away for half a second. And there is a safety car. Sam has got wing damage. I don't know what happened, if there was a collision with someone else, or I think there was a collision with Sam. I am going to look back in the stream, because I was not looking at my screen. Yeah, there was contact between Sam and Tom AJ. So yeah, that's a safety car. So I imagine everyone's going to come into the pits for a set softs, which will go to the end. Nadal has gone for track position. And he's up into P1, to be fair to him. Frederick comes out, unfortunately, in P2. Everyone else into the pits. As I believe Sam's getting a front wing change. I cannot see. But that is kind of what it looks like, because he's falling down the grid, down to P10 on a set of mediums as well. Oh, Sam not got a set of softs. Oh, this could not have gone worse for Sam. How Three Gloves has come out P11, I actually don't know. But for Callum's sake, this championship is looking quite feisty for him now. With everyone else having absolute stinkers, basically. But Nadal stays out. He is going to get absolutely swamped by everyone. Absolutely swamped. Frederick won't get swamped that badly, but will probably also get swamped by everyone on the fresh, soft tyre. And you know what, whilst it is a safety car, Mother Nature calls and I need to nip to the toilet for about a minute or so. But whilst we're behind the safety car, I would say this is the most ideal time, so I will be back in about a minute or so. Back after the Mother Nature call. Obviously stuck behind the safety car. I think the safety car will probably come in this lap. As everyone is behind the safety car, there isn't really a reason to stay out, in my opinion. So we just got to wait and see as we arrive at the sector 3 mark, and the safety car is in this lap. So now Nadal will lead the pack for the final 6 laps of this race. Bando got disconnected. Oh, whilst I wasn't there. Oh, well that's an even more of an interesting twist. Bando is disconnecting. Yes, we get ready. Nadal will probably bolt at the final corner. And has bolted, but Captain Chubbs on that set of soft compound tyre is having none of it. We are green flag racing. Captain Chubbs pulls to the right, down the inside of Nadal, and he's already up into P1. And this is the start of Nadal's demise, I would definitely say. I believe Frederick will even go for him quite quickly as well, because he is on the soft compound tyre. Now you've got 3 gloves and Fury Lando going for it. 3 gloves is up into the points. He's now looking at Sam, one of his championship rivals he now needs to get past. Fury Lando is absolutely having none of it and going down the inside of 3 gloves. These two now squabbling in the midfield, and 3 gloves gets the position for P10, and Fury Lando's actually spun. There's a barrier coming. There's a barrier that he's hit. And could there be another safety car? You could probably fit another one in. But no, there is no safety car. He's got Frederick trying it around the outside of Nadal. And Callum will want to get past both of them. Captain Chubbs is already too far up the road to be caught. Oh! Nadal losing the traction there. Nice side by side with Callum. Callum will probably get this move. She's got Langfeld looking in behind as well. Oh, Nadal's forced Callum off the track, and the 3 wide. They've gone off the track in the 3 wide. I've got one Mancini, they are 3 wide. Nadal's bouncing between the 2 of them. Into turn 1, Langfeld's got it. Callum's looking for anything he can get his like his teeth on at this point. Can't get past any of them. Callum's falling down the grid more than up. The Renault's having an absolute mare this race. Nadal now defending from Callum. You've got Langfeld going past Frederick for P2. The teammates working together. Callum cannot pass this hard runner. Nadal put up a resilient effort. Oh, and there was a collision between the two. It did kind of look like Callum did just turn in there. I don't think he left enough room for the AlphaTauri, and the AlphaTauri has gone off the road. We move on lap 25 now, off 29. Captain Chubbs with a 4-second lead. Callum now needs to get past Frederick. He needs to try and get some more points back because Three Gloves went up a position because of Callum kind of taking out. Oh, Mancini's gone as well. Mancini's gone off and it's a VSC. He's lost his front wing, so VSC has been deployed. Which kind of really halts Callum's momentum as he's not got many laps to try and get past the Merc. Will anyone get a speeding penalty? And that also does not help. Oh, Nadal's got one, and speeding in the pit lane. I think he's going to retire yet. But yeah, this is not helping Callum, because now Three Gloves and Sam have gained another position. As Roberto Mancini also retires. So there are only actually 10 people remaining in this race. The top two are basically gone. Callum's not going to be able to catch them in 3 laps. As Callum's actually had enough, he's going to go down the inside of Frederick. Frederick's going to get the run because Callum's tight line through that corner is going to halt him. We'll go on board with Moriarty, who's found himself up to P5. Fair play to the Alfa Romeo driver. Callum really needs to get past this Merc as quick as possible. He's got 2 drivers behind him on the same tyre who will probably keep up with him. And he does need to make the most of the gap he has to Moriarty now, really. I do believe, though, Callum will get the Merc driver into turn 1. If he doesn't, then he's in some serious bother, I will say that. As he's gaining on Frederick, gaining. He's running low on ERS, though. He's got the move for now. Frederick's not been able to outbrake him. I think Callum's got the move. Frederick's actually clipped the inside curb, which is actually going to unsettle the car. He has got DRS back on Callum, though. And Callum's got no ERS to contend with. Oh, he's got stuck on the curb a little bit. Frederick, can he keep his front wing in there? No. So Callum now up into P3. Can Moriarty get past Frederick really quickly? The answer to that would be no. He's tried what Callum tried the previous lap, could not get it done. So he's going to have to stay behind for another half a lap or so. Callum's just going to have to settle for P3 unless he's got a penalty advantage. Right, so anyone else close? You've got all this battle here for P5. Not P5, P4, sorry. All this for P4. And nothing is being done about it for now. Still nothing going on for now. Just gotta wait until something does happen. which I imagine something will happen sooner rather than later. So there is only this lap and the next lap, and then that's it. And then that is it. Can Sam and Three Gloves gain a few more positions, maybe on penalties, to get them closer to Callum, so Callum doesn't get too much of an advantage on the two of them. I mean, Captain Chubbs has absolutely just blown this race away. He's had the pace, he's led every lap, it's just unbelievable. He's not led every lap actually, Sondre did, or Zexa, ZE3, for a little bit. As we approach the final lap, who can be brave and who can get one final position on track? Sam with a really good exit. Frederick has no ERS at all. So Moriwet pulls to the outside, gets the move done. And Three goes down the inside of Sam, the two championship contenders going at it now. Frederick's had a bit of a collision with Moriwet. Nothing really seems to be happening here, I will admit. Oh, Sector's got a little bit wide. Callum got mixed up with the Renaults there. Sam tried having a look, but nothing is going to happen. Oh, bit of a rear end tap there from Sam. And Zex is having a look at Frederick into turn, whatever this is. I cannot see the chats that are coming up for some reason. And I don't think anything's going to happen, so we're going to switch on board with the Haas, who's dominated this race. I cannot see what's going on with the chat, that's very confusing. He's dominated this race from start to finish. Pole, led practically every lap if ZE3 did not jump start, and he's coming around the final corner to put his stamp in the championship potentially. He's getting himself a little bit closer. His third race win of the season. Captain Chubbs crosses the line. Comfortable win for the Haas. Langfell might get second, dependent on penalties. Yes, he will. Now we're going to look at all this. Moriwet fourth, I think. Yep, no one actually changes. Nobody changed position. So the top three celebrate. Right, so Captain Chubbs is your winner and also gets the fastest lap, so he's got a maximum point score of 17. Lang fell in second, very good drive from the Merc. In third you then have got Callum, who extends his championship lead by a couple of points. Moriwet fourth, Frederick fifth, ZE3 sixth, recovering from his drive-through penalty. Simon seventh, Three Gloves eighth, Wiseman ninth, and Snooks at 10th. That's your top 10 finishers, and then basically everyone outside the top 10. Bondo Beers, Huberto Mancini, Nadal, Fury Lando, and Tom AJ did not finish. And that has been it for the Bahrain Grand Prix here for F8. Very interesting. More championship, well, action. And we'll see you next week for whatever track it is, because I cannot remember. But until then, goodbye.